This video is sponsored by Surfshark. Okay, let's say you have two products. Item A is priced at $20 and item B is priced at $30, but is now on sale for $20. Which one are you more likely to buy? Be honest. Hi everyone, Thao here. I don't know about you, but item B looks extra appealing to me. Damn new marketing. Samsung priced the base S21 FE $100 more than its most obvious competitor, the Google Pixel 6. Is it $100 better than the Google Pixel 6? I personally don't think so, but once we start seeing discounts on this phone, and believe me, it's gonna be discounted, I think a lot of people are going to be drawn to it. I know glass is like the go-to material for phones these days, but the plastic backing paired with this matte paint job doesn't look all that shabby. Thanks to the plastic backing, I'm actually more comfortable using it without a case, but it's just so slippery though. I've almost dropped it like 4 to 5 times in the last couple of weeks. FE stands for Fan Edition, but let's be real. This is essentially a light version of last year's Galaxy S21. Light just doesn't sound as good. They featured the exact same processor, and so for the most part, this is a very similar experience. But there's definitely some cost cutting going on. The first difference is going to be the fact that while this is a 120Hz display, it's not variable like the S21. It's locked at 120Hz all the time, even when it doesn't need to be, like when you're watching a YouTube video, for example. Why does that matter? Well, it means that the battery isn't going to be as impressive, even though it has a decent sized battery. While I'm using the phone, it does tend to eat through the battery a little more than I'm used to. Streaming an hour of Netflix at like 60% brightness, the phone drained like 9%. With that being said, it's still gonna be a full day battery for most people. But if you really need more battery, you could always drop the refresh rate down to 60 Hz. Plugged in, it takes about 30 minutes to charge to 50% and about 75 minutes to fully charge using a 25-watt charger, which of course you'll have to buy separately. This has stereo speakers to go along with that AMOLED display. It's decently loud and more than good enough for the occasional YouTube video or Netflix movie. They're like a step down from the Z Fold 3 or iPhone 13 Pro speakers, like a solid 7 out of 10. The phone features an in-display optical fingerprint sensor that lights up to read your finger. Under-display scanners aren't usually my favorites. I find that dry skin due to cooler temperatures tend to make them way less reliable. Even the more expensive ultrasonic ones found on the S21. Same problem with the scanners on the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro. The fingerprint scanner on the S21 FE though has been flawless. I don't know what they did, but whether it's hot or cold, and I mean cold, it works like 99% of the time. In contrast to that, the vibration motor isn't the greatest. It's really hard to explain, but the vibrations when typing and interacting with a phone feel bouncy instead of sharp and precise. Still good, just not amazing. Out of the box, this runs One UI 4 based off of Android 12, meaning it'll get updates up to Android 15 and then 1 more year of security updates after that. Last year's S21 will only be updated to Android 14. The cheaper Pixel 6 will also get 3 years of OS updates right up to Android 15, but it beats out the S21 FE by offering 2 extra years of security updates. The software experience is one of the biggest differences between phones these days. You buy a Samsung phone for the layers upon layers of features they throw in. If you want a little less clutter and a more simple approach, a Pixel or an iPhone might be the better option. The S21 FE does everything your typical Galaxy device can do, including secure folders, edge panels, pop-up windows, and even Samsung DeX. So yeah, you're getting a really solid Samsung experience. In terms of performance, I can't really complain. It does everything I need a phone to do with no issues. The only thing I will say is that the center of the phone right here gets a little warm when I do my everyday smartphone stuff. I don't really notice this with any other phone, but it might just be because this phone is made out of plastic and others are typically made out of glass. 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards, yeah. The camera setup is identical to the S20 FE, so you can expect a very similar experience. They're really not doing anything groundbreaking here. The triple camera gives you a lot of flexibility to be creative. You get a true 3 times optical zoom on the telephoto lens. Pictures tend to be nice and bright with added contrast for that extra pop. Selfies look good, especially when you give it enough light to work with. The camera's biggest drawback is that in less than ideal lighting situations, it doesn't handle motion all that well. So you might have to snap a few shots before getting a usable photo. When Milo's willing to sit completely still, I've been really impressed with some of the photos I've taken. In general, the cameras are more than capable and can take really great photos, but there's levels to this. To me, the Pixel 6 consistently takes more balanced pictures that I personally prefer, even though shots coming out of the S21 FE might be more social media ready. Alright, so I'm currently shooting on the S21 FE right now. As you can see, it's super warm here in Toronto. Anyways, as you guys check out the video quality, let me talk about today's video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. So what Surfshark does is that it encrypts all your data before it goes over the internet. So people you don't want having access to your personal information won't have access to it, especially on sketchy public Wi-Fi. Did you know that depending on where you are, you might not have access to certain content? One of my favorite uses for Surfshark is to access shows from other countries. With one click, I can check out the Netflix library from any country, even though I'm located in Canada. There's no limit to the number of devices you can connect at a time, so that means your whole family can enjoy as well. Check out Surfshark now by clicking the link below and using my promo code Thao. You'll get 83% off and 3 months completely free. At the end of the day, the Galaxy S21 FE is a good phone. The retail price just makes it really hard to recommend over something like the Pixel 6 or even the older Galaxy S21. The whole fan edition branding also feels like it's losing its meaning. Fan favorite features like the headphone jack and expandable storage are both gone now. But the real elephant in the room is that Samsung's going to be announcing the S22 any day now. So my advice is to wait and see. At a lower price, the S21 FE becomes much more attractive. For example, here in Canada, it's already $150 off on top of the trade-in value of your old phone. Deals will probably get even better throughout the year. Bottom line, if you want this, grab it on sale. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'm out of here.